Hello there! Thanks a lot for dropping by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and today it's such a pleasure to be showing you the second earliest Elvis Presley concert poster that we know to exist. February 1955, right after the release of his third Sun single, and that single's given on the poster. How cool is that? Now, of course, any Elvis Presley concert poster from his Sun Records era is highly coveted, and this is the best known one probably out of the, half a dozen or so that have surfaced from Elvis's Sun Records career. I guess I would say about 6 to 8 different ones have turned up. And this is the best known one simply because a small stash of these was fortuitously found a great number of years ago, and perhaps as early as even the 60s or the 70s, I'm just not sure, but those have found homes far and wide, and so this has been pictured in a lot of books and so forth. And I always get asked, so I would take a wild guess at between 10 and 20 actually turned up. It's interesting, it was not a printer's overstock because they all were used. Like this one, they have the tack holes and the water stains and stuff, so apparently they were posted, did their job, and then pulled back in for some reason. I don't know, it's a fun mystery. But you know, of those 6 or 8 different Elvis concert posters on Sun that we know of, this is really fun and interesting and cool for a number of reasons. I think it's my favorite one. First of all, it's got 4 colors. It's got, not just red, white, and blue. All the others are red, white, and blue. This has red, white, and blue, and brown up at the top. Interesting how one extra color can really make a difference. Also, it's from Memphis. Hello, Elvis's hometown. Tremendous bonus also that it's actually mentioned on the poster, Memphis is. And Elvis being bottom billed. I mean, it's just jaw-dropping to see the future king of rock and roll so far down on a concert bill. And it's got song titles, another huge plus. That's really nice. Both sides of his third Sun single. And the darn thing is historic, because between the 3 and 8 p.m. shows, Sun Records chief Sam Phillips took Elvis to dinner across the street from the auditorium with one Colonel Tom Parker. Now, legend likes to kind of say that was the first time they'd ever met, but I guess that's possible. But it was surely, if they had shook hands on another occasion, this was surely their first ever serious meeting between these shows. So the historic angle is really strong. Okay, so I mentioned this is the second earliest known Elvis concert poster. Let's take a real quick glimpse at the oldest one. Here it is from 3.5 weeks earlier than the Memphis poster. This is from January 12th in Clarksdale, Mississippi. And as you can see, Elvis is headlining over Jim Ed and Maxine Brown. Bit of a fuzzy picture, sorry about that, but above Elvis you can see it says Bob Neal Presents, his first manager of course, and below Elvis, tantalizingly, it gives his first Sun single. Well, it says Sun Records, that's nice, and then Blue Moon of Kentucky, and That's All Right Mama, adding that extra word which would happen the rest of time. Of course, the real song being That's All Right. Still a wonderfully historic and the earliest Elvis concert poster that was printed. You might be saying, hey, what about this thing? Because it's from 1954. Well, trust me, if I hadn't paid $100 for this in the 1990s, I would tear it up in front of you right now just for dramatic effect. But this, has been completely discredited as a real poster. It is absolutely not at all. Totally wishful thinking. Cook's Hoedown, forget it. This is a total bootleg. So the other half dozen authentic Elvis on Sun concert posters date from between this February show through the summer until Elvis signed with RCA in the fall. All of them are red, white, and blue. It's funny, except this one with the brown. And 0 of them carry Elvis's photograph. I'm going to show you a couple more phonies to not be fooled by. Here's a Tribune showprint you can buy for $10 any day of the week. It claims to be March of 1955, but that's impossible for a number of reasons. And how about our Memphis poster here? Retypeset with Elvis's picture in the lower right-hand corner. Well, that's fine, except that photograph is well documented. It was taken about half a year later, after the February concert. Just remember, there are simply no Elvis 1954-55 concert posters with his picture. Cut and dry, plain and simple. Unless, of course, somebody comes up with a new discovery, and you can be sure I'll be blogging the heck out of that when that happens. So you know what? Since the concert posters don't have any pictures, I've got the next best thing to show you. Photos from this actual concert. But that takes us right to the man. That's right, Memphis's own Elvis Presley. Oh, take a look at this. You've probably seen this. I mean, all the books have used it. A perfect photo of Elvis with that half smile and half sneer and cool shoes, taken backstage on this very day. And then, how about this? Elvis on stage this very day. Look at that, with Dewey Phillips, believe it or not, the WHBQ disc jockey who was the first one in the country to play Sun 209, That's All Right. So, as you can see on this poster under Elvis, it does say Scotty and Bill. They're present on all of the Elvis Sun concert posters, although a couple of them switch the names and do say Bill and Scotty. Okay, and then you've got Elvis's third Sun single plugged on this poster, but with a couple of twists, absolutely. Both of the song titles here are abbreviations, I assume for space reasons. The full titles, of course, were You're a Heartbreaker and Milk Cow Blues Boogie. And the B-side is listed first. That's really neither here nor there, just interesting to note. But the big one, have you noticed it yet, or did your mind fill it in like it did for me at first? Yep, that's right. Instead of Heartbreaker, the R is missing and it says Heartbeaker. Wow, that's a very easy typo to miss, just as they did at Hatch. And, the brain just fills in that missing consonant. And then it does say at the bottom, as you can see, many more. What is missing from the very bottom is any kind of printer's credit, but that was Hatch Showprint for you. They just simply did not put their credit on almost all of their original concert posters, nor even a Union bug. Boy, Elvis Presley, I'll tell you, Memphis's own in his own backyard. Wow, what more could you ask for? On his way to the road to stardom. But you know something? This concert poster from before he had ever charted anything anywhere. Even at number 99 on the country charts, he had never been yet on a Billboard chart, so it was all in front of him. Thanks a lot for joining me today. Been great fun to show you this, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.